Blizzard is notorious for Overwatch's wonky updates and changes, and obviously since my job is to make fun of Blizzard, we're going to be taking a look at some of the worst updates in Overwatch history, whether it be additions to the game, removed features, or anything in between. My name is Nate, and welcome to Blizzard Guides. Because I wanted this video to be entertaining, you know I can't hit you up with the only obvious ones like Brigitta, so today I've decided to include some that only veteran Overwatch players would remember, a few that I want Blizzard to fix, and then those that were just genuinely the worst. So with that, let's get into this video. And for once, this list is actually in a particular order. Coming in at number 7, the one that I wish Blizzard would bring back the most. For some reason, one day, Blizzard decided to remove this beautiful quality of life feature that allowed you to see anybody's SR and their most played heroes at a glance. They made this change when they added private profiles, and ever since then it's been rather inconvenient trying to determine what roles your team plays. It's not that big of a deal though, I can just click and view career profile and then just gaze in disappointment at the private profile screen, so that's why it's at number 7 on this list. At number 6, I have fond memories of that Christmas time when Blizzard's Balance team decided to release one of the most radical buffs to Bastion in that Omnic Monsters history right before they went on Christmas break for 2 weeks. See, along with that huge rework to Bastion where he could no longer headshot and had a bunch of other changes like that, Bastion also had a passive ability introduced called Ironclad. Ironclad, for the unfamiliar, reduces damage when in turret form, and when this buff went live, Bastion received a 30% damage reduction from Ironclad, which led to this awful, horrible sight.
Yep.
No joke, I saw tons of players climb literally thousands of SR in days, just one-tricking Bastion to the top. Heck, I even did a bit. Bastion was just absolutely impossible to kill, which was quite a nightmare, as you can probably imagine. As soon as the Balance team did get back from their break, that change was toned down quite a bit, but for a short 3 weeks during the holidays, the Omnic crisis was just nearly about to happen. Coming in at number 5, the looking for group tool. Blizzard, please pay attention, that feature was gonna be so cool, and yet here we are and nobody uses it. I can't even stack in GM, and I haven't met a single person that has actually used this tool recently for the express purpose of playing more than 3 games without disbanding because that one guy sucked so bad. It had so much potential and it took so much time to get released, but now it just lives in that top right corner, waiting for someone to bring life to that poor feature. Maybe we'll see something done with the addition of 222 lock or roll queue, but for now it just remains one of the most underutilized features in the game, and therefore one of the worst updates, because you want people to use your updates. At number 4, literally almost 3 exact years ago, Ana was released. Ana is not what we're concerned about though, we're more concerned about Deva. Back in the day, for those OG Overwatch players, Matrix was a cooldown based ability, which means you press D or left bumper or whatever it is on console, and she'd use all 4 seconds of Matrix until she had to wait 10 seconds for her cooldown. It wasn't a resource based meter or anything like that like we have today. While at the time this was a good update because it brought Deva into the Overwatch scene because she was pretty much never picked, that one change was the Kingpin for Dive and Goats, 2 of the most oppressive metas in Overwatch history, and a problem that Blizzard has only now fixed to this day, so that's why that's on this list. Coming in at number 3, private profiles. I'm pretty sure these speak for themselves. This was actually a good choice to add, but the fact that you can only choose between all stats are private or all stats are public is pretty short-sighted in my opinion. We didn't get the choice to show preferences or show a bit of data, nope, just private or not. It's default too, which doubles down on the awfulness and made comp a lot harder to play. I'm not saying that I would not have added this into Overwatch, I'm just saying that maybe for comp that they don't have it, or maybe you could show preferences or anything other than the way it is now. I'm putting it high on this list because it's an annoyance each and every day I play this game, definitely deserving of spot number 3, since there's been countless times that my private profile DPS player ends up being a Brigitta one trick. At number 2, you definitely saw this one coming, the Mercy rework. Huge res is something that every player above Masters pretty much unanimously agreed at the time was a bit too strong, so when Blizzard said that they had a rework in the works, we all cheered for it.
But yeah, we're definitely looking at Mercy. Mercy's definitely getting some very interesting and sweet changes.
I'm excited.
And we'll be able to talk about it later on.
TM?
Soon TM.
Got it. I just like made my week. Thank
Yeah.
you.
No problem.
Little did we know though, reworked Mercy was about 10 times worse than the Mercy before her. Valk rezzing Mercy lasted all too long, for nearly a year, and led to so many awful terrible metas that it ruined DPS players' game sense in the ranked ladder for a long time, and it made getting picks invaluable and definitely screwed with every aspect of the game, making Mercy an absolute must-have. Not picking her during that time was a throw pick. And last but not least, at number 1, it had to be here, Brigitta. You and I both know the damage that Brigitta did to this game, from burnout from pros and players alike, to being the catalyst of GOAT comp, to being so many other things, that she just damaged the reputation of Overwatch even more than we thought was possible, and has a lasting impact to this day, well over a year after her release. That's why she's in the number 1 spot. Definitely a humongous mistake on Blizzard's part. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. Huge thanks to Helba from BlizzTrack. That guy hooked me up with all of the patch notes so that I could have the latest and greatest patch data, so this video was extra informative and extra entertaining. Another huge shout out to our Discord and our Discord Nitro boosters. They're awesome, and you can join the community right next to our Twitter and Instagram links in the description down below. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Have a nice day. My name is Nate, and this was Blizzard Guides.